I remember when we were strong. Back in the days before King Tenebrae and his royal guard, and the people of Amosran took up their own arms for fun and profit. Before all that, there was just us, the Viridian Outriders. We kept the roads and trails safe and secure, with homes and forts scattered about and locales civilized and not. Time passed, and we have been replaced. And yet, I hear the rumblings and murmurs of the roads being less safe than they had been. Monsters sniffing around in smaller towns and magic acting oddly. Who knows? Maybe we'll be needed again. Hello, and welcome back to Another Path. My name is Chase, and I remain your GM. Today, Harper makes some chili while talking to her dad, Erobin competes in the Jaaart off, and Cecil sees the surfacing shadow of the deed long buried. You might notice that this episode is a bit shorter than normal. Unfortunately, the night of the recording, we had some pretty serious tech issues going on. They have since been resolved, and while we didn't lose any content, it did really heavily cut into our recording time. We'll be back to our normal episodes next episode. Thank you to our backers, Keziah, Xander, and Jeremy, for their support. If you like what you hear, consider donating to us at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, and maybe try checking out some of the other shows on the network. But with that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down another path. I have a mystery.
Is it related to your newborn?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's related to a message that I received earlier this evening.
Are you going to tell us who it's from?
Oh, it is. I will. It is, in fact, from our friend and yours listener, Zach Robb.
Dun, dun.
Former attendee of this podcast. No. And I think I already know the answer to this mystery by the way that these came in. I got a message from Zachary Tuttle Robb, that just said, "Hey, Chase." And I said, "Hey." Now, I was anticipating Zach to say, "Hey, do you want to play some video games tonight?" Because he and I did buy Gotham Knight last night and did not get a chance to play together because that game has an hour-long tutorial.
Oh.
So I responded, "Hey." And he's like, "Since you're recording AP in a few, can we level up?" So I need to know which one of you three motherfuckers texted Zach and asked for a level up.
That's pretty good. I wish
That's
that
Who
really
do you
good.
think it was?
Who do you think did that?
That has Ryan written all over it.
You see, here's the thing. That got Ryan stink all over it, but Griffin laughed real loud at the beginning.
Well, because I could only imagine what shenanigans me and Zach Robb was going to reintroduce to the podcast. I was excited.
Well,
Shenanigans abound.
I was eager to hear the bit.
Because, listeners, I need to tell you, and I didn't say this on mic, Zach asked for a level up nearly every game.
Pretty much every episode.
Pretty much every single episode.
Every time before we record, it's like, "Hey, can we level up?" I was like, "No."
Hey, Chase.
You have been
we level up.
You have been in encounters at this level for 0 encounters. So no, you cannot level up. Now, you all have been in encounters at this level for like 4 or 5. So guess what? It's coming. I promise.
Yeah, we got to survive the fish off.
Yeah,
but
no.
Zach doesn't believe in
fry.
leveling up based on encounters. He believes in leveling up based on pulling oneself up from their bootstraps.
And I believe on leveling up, not based on encounters, but based on like, hey, have you gotten a chance to use the abilities you've gotten since your last level up?
Yeah, but Zach has so many bootstraps.
I get it.
Just
Are
so
you telling
many.
me Lehman Kessler didn't grant us a level up?
You know what? You make a firm argument there, Griffin. I've come around on this bit. Because I was just going to sit over here and let the audience be like, yeah, Ryan's being real quiet. He probably did it. I have not. In fact, I would like to read the last message I sent to Zach Tuttle Robb, excuse me, which was about a week ago. And I said, yo, working on that 3rd episode of 3 Too Many, gonna need your voice soon. I got a thumbs up. So I did not do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to believe that the power of another path was so profound that Zach just knew it was time to ask the question.
Maybe it was Lehman
That son of a bitch.
wearing a Zach Tuttle Rob suit.
Look, here's the thing. If it was Lehman, I might have given it to you. If he had fessed up, because I did ask him who was it, and he did not respond.
Oh, that's good.
The world may never know.
If both he and Lehman corroborate that it was Lehman authorizing a level up, I will grant you a mid-episode level up.
This is just going to be a wild editing session for you, Chase.
Let's do this dirty laundry style. Let's all hold up drinks, and then Chase will say,
all right,
okay,
will the person who asked Zach Robb
Mhm.
for a level up, or to petition me for a level up, take a drink of your drink. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Griffin!
I'm sorry, I had a cough coming on. I just needed to take a drink of something.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, it was me. It was totally me.
I totally fucking knew it.
It still has Ryan written all over it.
Sure does. Wait. If we're bringing back old bits around level ups.
No.
Don't do it.
Star Wars.
No.
Don't do it.
No. Hey, Griffin? How long were you going to wait for us to realize that you're drinking out of a proud tortoise mom mug?
I've been waiting for y'all to fucking notice.
It's a great mug.
It's real good.
This was from Katie as a birthday present.
It's such a good mug. I assumed you'd had it before and we talked about it.
I'm pretty sure I showed y'all. Like I sent pictures of the Discord.
maybe.
Or like this was a birthday present. So, like May of this year.
No, I am vaguely
surely
remembering
do.
that now.
It's an incredible mug.
It's very good.
It's real good.
I don't know which way is better. Did Katie find that mug or did Katie make that mug?
I think she found it. Like was just looking for random things because I'm not a person who likes to have my birthday made a big to do out of, and so she was like, "I found this. It was $12. I had to get it for you."
For sure.
Listen. We did not name the NPC after this Katie,
No.
but she's good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has phenomenal podcast taste, if nothing else. And has the weirdest social and parasocial relationship with you.
She and my other friend who listened to the show have both they basically think of it as that podcast Griffin is a different person.
Solid.
That's fair.
And Katie is doing her master's in science communication and whatnot, and they had a whole class on parasocial relationships. He was like, "Y'all, do I got one for you?"
Podcast Griffin is Tennessee Griffin.
Oh, no.
Sometimes.
Harper,
Yes.
where are you and your dad posting up, and what are you doing?
I would imagine that there is maybe it's in town square where all of the official contestants are setting up so that the judges can, hit all the chili in all the right places.
It's a little off to the side. It's actually closer to the Steeping Scroll and down that kind of alley of shops and restaurants and whatnot.
Nice.
Main square is mostly for events, and you've got some vendors going on there. But yeah, you two are set up over there. What do you want to roll? I'll let you tell me. What are you going to roll for cooking?
I mean intelligence, right?
Sure. Just a
gotta-
flat
you gotta-
intelligence roll? Yeah.
I mean, I'm proficient in cook's utensils.
Okay. Then yeah.
So I would feasibly, this is just a tool check
Yeah.
with whatever stat makes the most sense. I think intelligence makes sense for cooking.
That scans for me.
You got to know what you're doing.
Yep.
And if I'm following a recipe and things like
Mhm.
that. So
Sure.
the
Take this
things
at
I'm
advantage
doing-
because you've got dad helping out.
yeah. The things I'm doing to enhance this, I honestly don't really have a catchy name for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going with Talk Family Magic Chili,
Sure.
which I am going to put some magical stink into.
Sure.
It is made with and served with magical alchemy jug beer. You get a taster of beer to go with your chili.
Good.
I am going to cast Purify Food and Drink on it, just in case.
Sure.
Um,
Honestly, like, that's just standardized. That's what you do.
Yeah, it's in the OSHA rules.
It is being served from. There's like a little flag banner set up over Ignis, and it is being served from a cauldron kept heated on the inside of Ignis.
Sure.
And then lastly, I get a little gadget. It looks like one of those little tiny quadcopter drones that
Sure.
were like really popular like 5 years ago. And I pop it into my slingshot and I shoot it into the sky as I cast Skyrite. And it like a little air flyer. It spits out a smoke trail that spells Talk Family Magic Chili in the sky for all of Bering to see. Skyrite lets. Oh wait, I can only do 10 words. Oh shit! I'll cast it twice.
Your dad is
I have to roll still, but yeah,
just
go ahead.
utterly amazed.
Come on, fish chili. Okay, that's pretty good. That is a 21.
Nice. You two are working together in perfect synchronicity, just like you used to when you were a kid.
Yeah, I'm like flashing back to because I think the shop was also like home was attached to the shop.
100%.
And so like I, finish a day stocking shelves and counting inventory and then go cook dinner with dad. Like that was that's what you do.
And your dad is you guys hit a lull when it comes to getting everything ready to go. You're at one of the stewing points. And he sighs and he just kind of leans back.
Ooh.
I'll tell you, kid, you got a real good thing going here.
Learn from the best.
Yeah, do what we can.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I haven't even asked, like, how's Ma? How's Piper? Like,
Well, Piper's doing good. She's doing real good. She's been taking over. Honestly, she's covering for me now I'm gone. She's been
Good.
working with Brooke, actually. Brooke's been coming by
oh really?
more often. Kind of, clearly the two of you just switched spots.
Yeah, I mean, we were always
Well, you always took after more from the other families. Like I ain't mad about that.
in my know-how, maybe, but like
Hey,
how I apply that know-how.
well, I'll take that. I do gotta tell you, Harp, your mom's caught stout lung.
Oh.
Roll me a medicine check. At
Oh,
advantage,
no.
because you would be kind of aware of this.
Yeah, this sounds like dwarf stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Medicine?
Mm-hmm.
It's only a 10.
With a 10, you actually have a pretty good grasp of this.
Okay.
Stout lung is a chronic illness that tends to affect dwarves that choose to live topside. And with your heritage, it is something that is you are genetically susceptible to as well.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Sorry, what?
Yeah, so
Excuse me.
dwarves tend to live in subterranean environments, and or at least some heritages of dwarves do. Your mom is one of them. What ends up happening is that living in more moist environments tends to create a situation where they just kind of have a low grade of the flu, not flu, but pneumonia at any given point. It is fine. It is not deadly. But it is a chronic illness. It can be treated by moving to a more arid climate.
Sure.
But where your mom lives and has lived pretty much your entire life, like, that's rough.
Yeah. Oh, hells.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but, we always knew it could happen, living up north.
Sure.
We're talking about ideas and what we may want to do. I'm going to be perfectly honest, Harp. This is kind of part of the reason I'm doing this scouting right now.
I was maybe gonna say, yeah, check out a Mo's room, see how the climate treats you.
Yeah, I'm gonna head on down south, see what's going on there as far as, they got some more arid towns and whatnot. Maybe turn over the shop to Piper and start fresh down south. Or retire. I don't know. I mean, your mom's got a much longer timeline than I do. Not to put too fine a point on it, but,
No, I get it. I mean,
she's going to hang out at about this age for, another 100 years or so, and, well, I'm not.
Yeah, I remember.
I know.
You had that talk with us, well, I mean, if Brooke's staying around, they're good for it too. I mean,
they're good for it, all right. Roll me an insight check.
Uh-oh. Shit. 6.
Nah, passes you by. You're good.
I mean, I can absolutely see Piper and Brooke, running the place. That makes...
I could see them doing that too. But no. But yeah, that's kind of the size of it. I'm trying to think here. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what this trip turns up. Hopefully something real good. I mean, if nothing else, even moving... I mean, I don't want to encroach on your space, but even getting her this far south would probably ease things up for a little bit.
Well, if things keep shaping up how they have been recently, my stints in Bearing are getting shorter and shorter. We've been on the road a lot. We've been moving out and about. We went to the Seat and back. Been on expedition with the Outriders. So I mean, this place is home base, sure, but we've been going out more and more.
Fair enough.
I imagine the Outriders are gonna keep calling on us for that.
Well, good to see you're not just sitting around here.
Yeah, well, I've got that woman you were speaking to earlier,
Seeker Meredith. No, she was the one you told us about when you were heading down here.
Yeah, I still there's still something that needs reowed there, so I figure I'll be here for a while still.
Oh, good. Direction's not nothing.
And I like it, so.
And you're doing well for yourself here. I'm proud of you, kid.
Thanks, Dad.
Arabin, you grab your pike and you head back over to where the fish chili cook-off is going.
Yeah, as Arabin is coming back into town, he is going to cast Disguise Self on himself to be in a pike mascot costume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
To sort of, drum up people to come to Harper's stand and get some chili. Mm-hmm. He's all in on this.
Oh, for sure.
I need fan art.
You absolutely are able
so it's just
to go ahead to do that. No questions asked. Go ahead and roll me a flat persuasion.
Come on, Chase. A performance skill exists.
Of course. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Performance. That is correct.
They're the same.
That's correct.
19.
Okay. Yeah, with a 19, you've got a solid train coming in. There are many folks trailing in, wondering what this man in the fish suit is doing. And you are able to pull more focus in. A bell chimes, though. The Jaaart contest has begun.
Oh
no.
So Arabin's got to get this fish to Harper.
Yeah.
And make it over to the Jaaart field.
I will say you've given the fish to Harper. That's fine. You're good on that one.
Okay, I'm not dropping the disguise. I'm just going over to the Jaaart field in full fish mascot costume.
So
this is the best low stakes fucking D&D shit.
You bolt. Cecil, you see Arabin in a full fish costume running across town square.
I have some questions, but I will hold on to them for later.
Arabin running through town square. Jaaart!
Oh my god.
And you arrive at the Jaaart contest. There are about 20 other people all lined up. Some have their own Jaarts, some have the loner Jaarts. You reach down and you grab a loner Jaart, and out of the corner of your eye, you see Ken. white hair, white beard, crossed his arms, smile on his face, watching you.
Arabin is creeped out at this point. But he knows what he has to do.
Go ahead and make me a Jaaart check.
What skill do we
It's just a ranged attack throw. Like a throwing dart kind of thing.
Yeah.
Throw it at Ken.
So that's a solid 15.
The Jaaart lands. There's a smattering of applause. You pass the first round. And we're on to the second round. The crowd of Jaaart throwers thins from 20 to 10.
Ooh.
You square up, you see there are some people in like other outlandish costumes. You are not the only one wearing like a weird mascot kind of situation. There's a couple of the other...
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Correct.
It's like Beta Breakers.
There are some people with like just simple masks. There's just like some outriders who have their sashes tied around them in weird angles and whatnot. Everyone's having a pretty good time with it. Go ahead and make me another Jaaart check.
That is a dirty 20.
With the filthiest 20, you pass the second round.
Jaaart!
From 10 to 3.
Harper is like at the chili booth, just like watching from a distance. Binoculars aren't a thing I can make, but I have binoculars.
Yes.
And I'm like watching, and I'm just trying to cheer on Arabin as best I can while still serving chili.
You are, in my mind, you are perched on Ignis's head, which is like telescoped to its full extent up.
Yes, and I'm like draped. Yes, perfect.
Cool. Down to the final 3. Arabin, it is yourself. It is a young woman who you've never seen before, and someone known as the Masked Jaaarter that is absolutely just Luca. It's just Luca. And look.
He's a luchador.
Luca's got...
A Lucador.
A Lucador?
The Lucador's got game.
Look, I like Luca. This is the worst part about him,
right?
Is this insistence of the fucking Masked Jaaarter every year. I saw him come out of his office in costume once. Like,
he is insistent.
Yeah,
he is committed to the bit, and you'd respect it if it weren't
this.
But it's the 3 of you. One more throw.
Come on, Arabin.
Arabin squares up, eyes on the prize,
Mm-hmm.
is very intimidated by the masked Lucador, and he hurls it for a strong 14.
Make me a perception check.
That is a unnatural 1.
The Jaaart, for most people, that would be a perfectly respectable throw. But we're in the finals of the 69th annual Bearing Fish Chili Cook-Off and Harvest Festival Jaaart Off.
And that's worse than if it were an awful throw. Like, if it were just awful or spectacular,
Right.
would have been a great story, but it's just middle of the road.
It was fine. It was fine.
The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference.
The mysterious woman who don't recognize, her shot is similar to yours, similarly mediocre. However, the Masked Jaaarter did get in like the mid-20s and lands squarely in the bullseye.
Every freaking year.
This is your first festival.
Yeah, you've never been here before.
I've heard stories.
And he's mad about
the
him.
legend of the Masked Jaaarter.
The Masked Jaaarter like goes into full flex mode, being about as un-Luca-like as you have ever seen him be.
Why he wears the mask.
That's why he wears the mask. He really wants to roll in this one, and he's kind of earned it.
Mm-hmm. He's got a special thing he wears around his waist that has like a specific like Jaaart like koozie on it. It's his Jaaarter belt.
It's his Jaaarter belt. It's got a big medallion on the front, like a pro wrestler's belt. He made it for himself. That was not a prize.
Nope.
He's a true Jaartist.
Jaaart ain't easy.
He's a pickup jartist.
He's also really good. He's also really good at avoiding Jaarts. You could call him a Jaartful dodger.
Oh. And Arabin knows that if he successfully made the Jaaart earlier, that he would have won with it.
Oh, 100%. There's no question.
Oh, buddy.
We swing back away from the Jaaart contest as things have been a little bit quieter at the kiosk the past couple of minutes because of the...
There was a thing happening.
There was a thing going on, and so you caught a moment to catch your breath.
Men playing with their sticks.
And in that moment, a friend of yours actually approaches. One Dax Davidson. Dax is a longtime resident of Bering and also happens to be the head of the Bering Fish Chili Cook-Off and Harvest Festival Committee.
Is this a permit question, Chase?
No, it is not a permit question. No, because I imagine in your many years of living in Bering, you have served on and now no longer serve on the Harvest Festival
Without
board.
question.
Like that...
It has come and gone twice.
There are things that I do feel like I, as a GM, need to check in with my players about their character about. This is the thing I have needed to check in least.
Yes.
You have absolutely sat on this board before.
Yes. At one point or another in the last 35 years, Cecil has held every administrative post within Bering.
Except, actual, government leadership.
Except actual government leadership, yes.
Yeah.
Cecil's never been mayor.
No, absolutely
Has
not.
been interim
that is-
mayor for a day.
Yes,
though.
there was a great sickness, and Cecil was interim mayor for 4 days. But the Constitution of Bering doesn't allow for an interim mayor to last beyond a week, so elections were organized very quickly. The timing was suspicious, but Bering is strong.
So Dax rolls up.
Oh God!
Hold on.
Is
Okay.
this actually us playing offices and bosses? Because we're
This
talking
is what
about
offices and
fantasy
bosses.
bureaucracy and small government.
Cecil did not invent red tape, but he made it local to Bering.
And it's super sticky.
But only when they want it to be.
Dax appears. Cecil, how's it going?
Cecil walks over to Dax. Hello, Dax. Seems like the festival's going well. Good work.
Yeah, no, pretty good, pretty good. Had some weird folks showing up in town, but that always ends up happening.
Every year, without fail, there's always a few drifters or a few people who tell of the greatness of Bering's festival or just want to know what the fuck fish chili is.
Yeah, and look, we're doing a great job this year. I'm pretty happy with it so far.
It's a good turnout. Weather's turned around for us, which is nice.
Oh yeah. No, but there is one I do. Ooh, what are these? And they point over to the dippers.
So you take this end, and we get him a thing. And here's the tea, right? We've
All
got
right.
the spicy green jasmine today. It's the minnow.
Well,
Well, we're calling it the minnow out here. It's different inside, but
what's it inside?
inside it's if you can think of a better fish pun, let me know. But we couldn't fit all that on the sign out here, so it's just the minnow.
Fuck off, Albrecht.
That's
Pretty good. All right, fine. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway. No, I did want to ask you, though, because someone was asking around. Does the name Ballo sound familiar to you?
Ballo.
Oh, Lee? No, Lynn. Ballo Lynn.
You know, that does ring a bell. I think there was a trader came through, I think.
Yeah.
A few weeks back, months. Ryan doesn't know.
Fair. It's a couple months.
It's a couple months back. Yeah, he was. I think he came in for tea. I think he was just seeing this.
Someone
maybe
here's looking for him. Apparently, never showed up to his final destination. Had a bunch of valuable cargo. I don't know what it was. No, some woman showed up in town today, trying to ask around, figure out what happened there. Apparently was doing some work for someone up north. I don't know. I'll send her your way, though.
Sure, I don't know how much help I'm going to be. I just know...
You're the only one that seems to have seen or heard anything from him, but, she's got apparently some paperwork saying he had made it at least this far. I don't know what it will be, but,
Interesting.
just, keep an eye out. Like I said, I'll send her your way. Send it to the shop this evening.
Sounds good. I'll be there. What do you think? What do you think of the dipping sticks? They're good, yeah?
Oh my god. These better be on sale, like, going forward.
Absolutely. It's actually one of the young Katie's friends is the baker there now, and he's got a real knack for it.
Good. Good to see things turning over in this town,
It sure is, yes. Every now and then, maybe things can look up for us here in Bering. Well, thanks for putting together a wonderful 69th, Dax. Certainly the man for the job.
Well, man does what he can with what he's given. Yeah,
Somebody's got to do with the 69th.
There and back again. I think we'll call it there.
Yep.
But who wins the chili cook-off?
We'll get to that next time we record.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, or by giving us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts, or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Griffin at GriffCold, and Ryan at RyanRoll20. You can find Justin on TikTok at JustJustinMichael, and myself at TQLoudly. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember that what's behind us may just end up ahead. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.